Oh, we're rocking. Let's say hi to John Jones. Of course, from the UFC, current champion.
The light heavyweight champion.
What's up, John Jones? Welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Johnny Bones on Twitter, by the way. Johnny Bones.
At Johnny Bones, no H. What's up, everyone?
Hanging.
Hello.
Jimmy Norton.
Today.
Yeah, please, no.
Yeah, if you recall, people, this gentleman kicked Jimmy Norton.
Oh, they get me going.
And regrets
I gave
not
you a
kicking
good
him.
one.
Oh, good
harder.
kick.
You thought that was a good one?
Well, I mean, in the sense that 2 weeks later, I had a knee brace on because I'll tell you what happened. I was favoring it, and this is what an old lady I am. I got into bed. I was doing a gig, and it was the Friday night shows were done, so I get into bed. And you know how you kneel and flip into bed and roll into bed? I twisted the knee. I thought I'm gonna have to get surgery. I was favoring it. So I'm fine. It's
You know
100%
how classic that is. These guys, when they're in the I was going to say the ring, the cage, their body parts are being twisted in all sorts of ways, and and they don't have to wear braces afterwards.
Every time I look at a leg kick, I'm like, that.
We're not pussies.
That would be a very valid reason.
But in all fairness to the video, we all knew he was only going to hit you 10% maybe. 50%?
That felt like 90.
About 30.
He did 30. Nice.
About 30. 35-ish.
Yeah,
Wow,
but you didn't have a bruise, I don't think. So
No, it didn't bruise because I kept massaging it. They told me to massage and get a massage. You know how awful it is to have a massage therapist, and you know where you want her to go, but you're like, could you massage my leg first? I was kicked by a champion. Really removes the sexy from the room. So, the legs, no more leg stuff. Someone was twittering today, like, ask them to put you in a heel hook. I'm like, no. How about no?
wrong with you?
I won't do that.
How about no?
No, because Brock put me in one, and they're very painful.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Very, very painful.
You're here. We should at least mention that UFC 3 comes out today, I think, right?
Oh yeah, the game is out, man, and it is fun. I tell you what.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, I've been playing it nonstop.
Are you good at it?
As myself, playing with myself nonstop. Yeah, I'm good at it. It's I'm not good like online because like there's some kids out there who's like already mastered every combination and every like guard pass and everything. But
bastards.
I'm doing these.
I bet you want to meet some of those kids and go, all right,
Yeah,
really?
like, let's see
do you
what
really
can
want to
do
play?
now. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was playing it in front of my old lady, and I had got knocked out, but like I don't know, it was like Chuck Liddell or something, and like she's never seen me get knocked out before, so she was like, just to see it in the video game, and the graphics all look so real. She's like, oh, that gave me the chills. I don't want to see that anymore.
Yeah, the graphics are great, man.
Oh, yeah.
They look amazing. Looks like you could turn it on and think you're watching
Our actual fight.
an actual fight. Yeah.
What I love the most is that they gave me a little extra muscle, and
Oh, okay. Helped you out.
I really don't have any chest, and now I have
I
double
think,
D's.
I think Jimmy has said it. He's like tried to search out some of these videos online of real fights, and then it's a fight from one of these games, and he gets confused. Was it you
People that I
said
never
this?
knew. This is how dumb I am. John Jones versus George Foreman. Oh, I didn't know they fought. And I'll open it up, and it's like literally a graphics fight. But I've done it on a lot of UFC fights where I don't know that they're not real fights until I open up the
because people
thing.
put some of the better fights online. Obviously,
Yeah.
we usually have the game. I don't know why we don't have it today to check it out.
Oh man,
Have they
I
upped the
would've brought mine.
graphics since 2?
Yeah, the game looks great.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Because we like 2.
It's funny, I had a fan hit me up recently through Twitter, and he's like, hey, John, I put you versus Rampage on simulation mode, like 5 or 10 times now, and you won, 8 times out of 10 or whatnot. So I'm really confident that you should win the fight. I'm like, oh, well, thank you.
Yeah,
That's it. Then why do we have to fight?
Yeah, exactly.
Let
The
the,
video
game
game
do it.
showed you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So Rampage is your next. When are you fighting him?
Oh, no, I'm done. I fought Rampage.
Yeah, no.
Lyoto.
Oh, who are you fighting next?
Rashad.
Oh, I'm sorry, I meant Rashad. Evans, yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you know what? Rashad didn't. I don't know
Yeah,
as
you beat
much.
Rampage
I don't know as
handily.
much as Bob
thank
Kelly,
you.
who's outside the studio, and Jimmy, but Rashad didn't look that impressive.
Nah, dude.
He didn't, right?
His body was all loose. No offense to any of you guys. His body.
We just have to take it to him.
What are you
How
gonna
much
do?
does that suck?
I mean, what are you going to do?
I
really?
know. It's just you can say whatever he wants. I hate it. I hate the position.
But he knows there's really not much we can do.
But I think
It's a valid point.
I think Rashad Evans was disappointed because he wanted to knock him out,
Yeah.
obviously, to show you a thing or two.
Absolutely, yeah. Finishing fights are definitely really impressive, impressive. And, not finished in a fight against a guy who's had 9 fights, it's just not impressive, So obviously you got to respect the guy. He's the number 2 ranked guy in the world, so he has great qualities. He's a great combatant. But at a certain level, there just has to be a certain level of perfection in a performance to consider yourself a world champion. And I didn't feel it from him. So.
But you're not going to let your guard down, obviously.
No way.
Just assume.
No way. That'd be
you're not that type of guy, obviously.
Absolutely not. I can respect a guy. And, maybe I could seem like I'm putting him down, but I'm just real when it comes to martial art and what I see.
Yeah.
Either it's good or not, like a brutal artist or designer or something. You just couldn't tell the truth. But I would definitely wouldn't look past him.
We've talked to a lot of you guys now, and I love your honesty. I really do. Do you get in trouble for your honesty sometimes when it gets back to some of these guys?
No, not at all. There's a lot of feelings being hurt. I've had guys make bold statements about me. I make statements about other people. But as long as they're legit, the fans can tell if you're just being a jerk or if there's like sincerity and
it's refreshing, though.
Yeah, it's refreshing.
To hear what you guys really think instead of like, oh, no, we're all...
Cliche answers.
Yeah.
Who did Rashad just fight? They went the distance.
Phil Davis.
Oh, it was Phil Davis, right.
Yep, live on Fox.
And, he couldn't...
Phil hung in there, man.
But could that have been just a ring rust because he hasn't fought in a while?
It's hard to tell. Phil Davis was undefeated. Phil Davis is a Division I national wrestling champion in college. So he wasn't up against a total fish, but... As a martial artist, the guy was so green. You just finish fights like that.
Right.
So it's hard to tell. Maybe it was a combination of Rashad, slight ring rust, and just what he was up against in an undefeated fighter.
And what is the people keep saying? Well, you and him used to train together, and he knows things about you, which also you know things about him. I think last time you said that. But does he really present more of a threat to you than some of the other guys who've never fought you?
There's a possibility, but. I'm very optimistic, and I think us training together will play, bigger dividends for me than for him. When I was training with him, I was kind of impressed. I'm fighting with Rashad Evans. I was the new guy. I was the young kid. So I remember every practice. I remember moves and things that landed and combinations of things. So I gained so much knowledge fighting him, where he gained knowledge fighting me. I've changed so much since those days. My kickboxing has quadrupled, and my level of understanding in the octagon, my cage savvy has increased tremendously. So I really think that people will see us training together. It was a way better advantage for me.
And what about in the last fight? Like Machida it was a tough fight. Like he's a really weird, unorthodox style of fighting.
Yeah, he is.
He's an odd. It's like he almost looks like he's in a, like he lunges but he's really accurate, and he's a very tough dude. And he seemed like he hit you harder than you have been hit.
Hey
yet.
man, watch your mouth, man.
Well, no, but he did seem to hit you harder. But you didn't let me finish, Mr. Jones. I was going to say, and the lack of effect it had on you was stunning. All of his might meant nothing. No, but he seemed like he hit you pretty hard on a couple of shots.
Yeah, no, Machida, he was a tough dude. He was hard to figure out. The biggest thing is that I've never gone against like a formal karate guy, and this is a guy who's been through the white belt system. Now he's a 4th degree black belt, and he trains karate every day. So there's some really fast and unorthodox, tricky combinations that I just am not familiar with. So I was really hesitant because you train 3 months, 2 months, 4 times a day. You don't want to give it up. For being, overexcited or jumping into things. So I took my time and felt them out, and I think I won that whole filling out process.
I'm laughing because look what's going on behind you.
Hi, how are you? Did you bring? Oh, you ordered some breakfast?
Yeah, I was hungry.
Hi, how are you?
Well, thank you.
Bob Kelly is a huge fan of yours, sir.
Where's my green M&Ms?
I'll be back.
Oh man!
Be quick about it. Wait, where are your green M&Ms?
Sit down, Bobby.
Sit, Bob.
Stay a while. Stay a while.
Nice
Bobby,
hat. What are you auditioning for? Newsies?
Bobby's a comic, very funny comic, John.
I'm a big fan.
And a big fan of the UFC and you.
Appreciate it.
I'll just say this on the air because I did say it. We met you. Me and Jim met you. I think it was UFC 100.
Jim and I.
No, I don't care.
Okay.
Really? Your audience is going to correct this.
Wait, UFC 100? We're up to
UFC 100.
40-something now, right?
Yeah.
I fought at UFC 100 though.
Yeah.
But that
we
seems like
met you.
yesterday that
I
you
know.
guys came in with that story.
What was the fight? Was that the Frank Mir's fight?
Frank Mir
Lesnar?
and Brock Lesnar. Okay.
Yeah, that was
and
a good time.
Me and Jim met you backstage, and I told him back then, and you can fucking back me up, I said, this kid's going to be a champ. He's going to be the champ soon. And bing.
You said that about Frank Mir right before the fight, too.
Well, you know, you can't always be right.
Why don't you tell
he was the champ?
Jimmy, why don't you tell the Frank Mir story again? I don't know if we told
I didn't hear it.
John Jones.
It was after the loss, and we're standing backstage with Reed Harris. And Brock walks by, and he just looks awesome after a win like that. And then Frank was beaten up.
You're missing the
badly.
big part of the story, though.
I'm sorry.
Brock walks by, and me and Jimmy both bow our heads because a real alpha male is walking by. Instinctually, don't make eye contact and bow our heads like two little Omega girl dogs.
Omega girl dogs. That's awesome.
And then Frank comes by, very beaten up. And,
did you guys look him in the eyes, or did you kind of still?
No, we still look down, but a little less because he just, I could probably at that point go boo. And
looked at his waistline.
Oh, shit.
And Bob looks at him and goes, "Great job, Frank."
Frank's face was pretty much rearranged.
That's what he says to a
You're
guy.
one of those type, huh?
No, I didn't know. No.
He didn't mean it insincerely.
I'm such a big fan of Frank Mir. I really wanted him to win. Frank Mir's a badass, man.
Oh, yeah,
He's the fastest, heavyweight jiu-jitsu guy out there. I mean,
I agree.
He fights like a light heavyweight, and he just got his fucking face smashed in, and it looked like Hamburg, and I got nervous because
I think he had a hematoma too, right?
Really? Yeah, it was bad. It was scary, and I just got nervous, and I was just like, "Good job, Frank!" Like the little kid in the
That's all
Coke
you thought to
commercial.
say?
Yeah, I was just waiting for him to throw his bloody T-shirt back at me. I got
kept
nervous.
it.
Yeah. Norton just looked at me, and Reed just both looked at me like, "You idiot!"
I couldn't believe that he said that. It's one of my favorite moments of watching a friend just trip and humiliate himself.
Did you just kind of take a sidestep away from him?
Yeah. I looked at Frank like, I don't know what this asshole's talking about. It wasn't a good job. Terrible job, actually.
We're all in with John Jones, though, man. The first time we saw you fight, we're like, "Fuck, this is the guy we want to follow."
16-0 as far as I'm concerned. I mean, 15-1, I understand.
What was the one?
We did.
What was the one?
I got the body.
Where's your swagger, bro?
We did the slap five, but then I went to do the high five, but he did the fist.
I thought I was on Shay's show for a minute. Sorry.
I tried to grab his fist and hold it.
At least I didn't.
15-1 officially, but
Yeah, that elbow I didn't think was out of line.
Awkwardly squeezing my fist.
Well, the elbow you gave, that was right when the rules kind of changed over, right? I mean, it was
No, not really.
No, Bob.
No, not really. Actually,
that Mohawk thing where they were like, "This is where you can't hit anymore."
Yeah, I don't think it was right when the rules changed over. It was just like, I jumped into the UFC and MMA so fast, and my coaches had explained the rules to me, but it wasn't something we went over, every day for the first few months of training. It was like, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do that, but this is all the crazy stuff you can do to them. So you just kind of forget, so new in the game, and that was really all that happened. I just forgot.
Because if they had
paid the ultimate price for it.
If they had pride rules in UFC, you'd probably be fucking the heavyweight champ.
And that's the thing. When I first joined the sport, I was watching pride videos all the time.
Right.
Good friends of mine would always give me all these pride videos to study. So I was watching guys get soccer kicked and elbowed and kneed in the face in the ground.
In pride, you can literally just kick the guy in the
stuff.
head while he's on the ground.
So I was all vicious coming out there. That's what I love about the new video game. They have the pride rules.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can do all
so you
this
can
brutal
just
stuff.
bash him in the face with
Oh,
your
yeah.
foot.
Oh, yeah. It's
Stomp
quite the
on their
rush.
head.
It's quite the rush.
What else about the new game? Because we really should talk about it a little bit today. UFC 3 comes out today, Undisputed.
Just a sweet game. It has over 150 UFC fighters in the game, which is a lot more than you have pride rules. You can have, guys who fought in Pride fighting guys who fought in the UFC. These are matchups you would have never gotten to see, and now you get to see these throughout the video game. And it's just a sweet game. Playing it online, I'm predicting that it's going to spread like a wildfire. The first two have, and
So you play online and you play like these. The shit talking kids. We had who was that guy? Chris Cow was a Navy SEAL, right? Talking about how the kids in the shooting games.
The first-person shooters.
Talk a lot of horrible
talking
shit.
bad crap,
It's awful, yeah.
Do they really know it's true? They have no idea they're playing.
They don't know if they're playing me, and I don't tell them either. A little bit.
That
You
one
have too
yeah,
much
left or
pride.
You know how awesome that would be to be playing him, and it's me. You get 10 minutes. Is it really you, man? Is it really you, man?
And then, I kicked your ass. I kicked your ass.
Anything worse than
really? Did you?
Anything worse than someone saying "prove it"?
Well, I've never had
Prove that it's you online.
I say I'm Bob Kelly. They go, yeah, so?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, good.
Bobby, what do you think, John Jones, Rashad Evans? What's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I think it's going to be your toughest fight. I think it's going to be a tough fight.
Who's
now,
next?
listen.
I said it.
Because, I mean, first of all, you guys know each other. That's a weird thing that you guys fought with each other. And Greg Jackson Camp is actually cornering you now. They're like, fuck it.
Right.
They were like, we're not cornering anybody. He wasn't going to corner either one of you. Now he's actually cornering you, right?
Oh, you know more than I know, because Greg has given me that talk.
I read all the sites.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's funny.
MMA, TKO.
Man, you know, I'm going to call, you just got me really excited. I'm going to call my coach when I leave. Coach, are you coaching me now? No, but, yeah, look, I think it's going to be a great fight. I was telling the guys before you got in here, you know, us training together, I think is going to be the biggest advantage for me.
Yeah.
Because, I know the ways that he could win the fight, and I know the ways that I could win the fight, and I'm really going to, and I've changed so much, so he just doesn't know. Where he's older, he's stuck in so many ways. He has his own tendencies, and I don't really have too many tendencies. So I think I know who he is as a person and as a fighter, and that's going to help me master him.
When you fight, though, I mean, when you're fighting, the other guy always looks smaller than you. I mean, it looks like it looks like the first UFC where like you'd have a fucking heavyweight fighting a light, a featherweight.
Yeah.
It's like, especially Sherrod is going to look a lot smaller than
Sherrod,
you.
I love
Rashad.
it.
Sorry.
Yes,
There's a comic that me and Jimmy know, and his name's Sherrod.
But his name is Sherrod Small. Evans doesn't tie into it.
No, I just say
You're panicking, Bobby. You're panicking.
I am panicking. It's John Jones looking at me and listening.
Meanwhile, your time is... it really is hard to hold the floor, isn't it?
It really is.
I wasn't really listening. Do you play? You ever watch The Simpsons when Homer just hears like blah blah?
That's what you're hearing. I don't blame you.
I agree with you. I'm not saying this is the only one you can't say shit back. You just take the hit.
No, he's the first guy that would absolutely hit you if you said the wrong thing.
I'd do it.
Wait. Let's get. This seems.
You're about Sherrod's height too.
Am I?
You're about Sherrod's height.
Bobby, you want to take a hit from John Jones?
I'm not taking it.
Come
Are you
on.
out of your
Come on.
mind?
It's been a while.
He leg kicked Jimmy at 30%.
I won't take any more leg. I'll take a punch in the arm, but I won't take.
No, I don't take the punch in the arm.
I want to. I don't want a hard one, but I want to feel it. Because Frank Edgar hurt, man. He punched. He didn't hit very hard on purpose. He did it light. It was fucking hurt,
He's
man.
not going to listen
I figure
to
if I'm
you.
going to beat someone up, it should be the redhead in the room.
Oh, shit.
What do we think, huh?
Me?
There's some tie between you two.
Fuck.
Who's redhead?
Oh,
You know what? You're right.
Oh, fuck.
Sam or Opie.
The redhead's always the evil guy in the fucking horror movie.
I've been nothing but polite today, Bobby.
The redhead stepchild. Which one's it going to be?
I don't trust you, though. Because I know you're going to give that a little extra effort.
Yeah, someone's going to get it harder this time.
Because I think Jimmy told you 15% that he went 30 on your own.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to take a real hard one, but I would take a little shot.
Don't say that.
That's what she said, right?
Because now he knows he's got to do better than Frankie.
But Frankie hurt me. I mean, those guys hurt just hitting really light. I mean, it's
He's
painful.
not going to hit you light. He's going to hit you about 25 to 30%.
That's what we're getting at. No more light.
No.
Yeah, listen, man. I'd go out of this one. If I get choked out, I would get choked. I wouldn't let him hit you.
I would try
this
to
isn't
choke
the
too.
John Jones that I was
That's what
expecting
we
either.
should do. The Machida choke.
The Machida
Is that
choke?
Let's do
by
it
the way,
in
did
here.
you know he was out? That was one of the nastiest knockouts ever because Machida was out.
Oh, yeah.
And when you rewatch the video, you can see the angle. You can see his arm like just go limp
Right.
if you know where it is to look for it. But there's no indication that he's out until you drop him and he just collapses.
Yeah, it was like, it's something that, I'm not that familiar with because in practice, obviously I choke my teammates all the time and they tap and then you get up and start all over. But he never tapped.
Right.
And so it's just like, you're holding this guy and you're waiting for him to tap and next thing you know, you kind of feel that you're now holding him up instead
lot
of just
of
holding
weight
his
there,
neck, So I think he had there's about 4 seconds where he went out and I was still holding it. But, my job is to do my job and the referee is supposed to, make it stop. So as soon as he made it stop, then it was
Did you
over.
feel bad that you gently didn't
harm
put him
done.
back on the ground? You just
No,
kind of let
not at
go
all.
of him?
You got to
Not at all, no way.
You got to make it look good.
You just walked
he
away.
didn't even, 'cause I read an interview that he did, and he's like, what was Jones supposed to make love to me? He understands that it's not my job to place him down nicely.
When you were describing that, I'm listening, thinking, "Holy shit! You're feeling the life go out of his body, basically." basically. You just said it differently.
Yeah, in a way.
And I feel like
That's what
the
Rogan
life
said.
is.
But
That's what Rogan said. He goes, "You're killing somebody for a second.
Yeah,
That's what you do. That's what your job is, to kill somebody for a second.
But obviously we have a good commission and good doctors, and he was back on his feet within a minute 30 seconds after the whole situation.
Can he not get into a ring for 30 days after being knocked out?
I think that's actual knockout. But I mean, his lights were out. But I don't know.
I got a question about the choke, because we've heard over the years there's a way to do a choke, and then if you do it wrong, you could really fuck up somebody.
No,
not really.
You can fuck up their windpipe.
You can mess someone's brain cells for
But you can't do actual damage to the neck.
No, I mean you obviously could possibly crush a trachea or something, but it's just so unlikely.
And is it guaranteed he's going to wake up?
With a crushed trachea, I doubt it.
No. I mean just. I mean a chokehold in general. I'm sorry, a chokehold in general. It's just guaranteed they're going to.
Oh yeah, they always wake up. The commission, they're on it. Like I said, I've said it before in past interviews. The commissions and referees, they're aware that our wives are sitting right in the front row. So and it's on national TV, and right now we're trying to get it legalized in New York State. So they're overprotective.
They're on it.
Yeah, they're overprotective.
So Bobby, take a choke out.
That's what I'm getting at.
Everyone's doing it. Some
I
people
wouldn't
like
get
it.
choked out. I would never go out.
I'm not gonna let him choke me out, because that would just. I don't like coming to after that. Like
how many times has this
drooling
happened
and you
to
guys
you?
laughing. I used to do
Exactly, your
that.
pants are down.
Hanging in a closet with my grandmother taking photos.
Whoa.
Playing the UFC video game, of course.
Very good.
Thank you, man.
Right around.
Well, I like to plug for UFC 3. Undisputed.
That does not happen in the game. No.
You don't want that out there.
Have you ever been knocked out or choked out? Even in practice?
Never. I got dropped once. I kind of saw a flash of light, but I wasn't knocked out at all.
Really?
I hit my butt and was like, wow, how did I end up here?
Who did that?
Stood back up. I'm not telling. I am not saying.
Was it in a fight?
No way. No, it wasn't. It was practice.
Is his name ride with Sherrod?
No way.
Really?
No way. No, I've taken some of that guy's best punches.
So when that
How come that guy always say, I'm sorry, Hope. He says though, he goes, I've handled him in practice.
There was this one practice we worked out. I had just gotten to camp, and he had been there for, he was close to his fight, and I had just gotten there, and he held me down one practice. The drill was, like the guy on the bottom starts in like a really crappy position. The guy in the top, his only job is to hold the guy on the bottom down. And the drill is supposed to train the guy on the bottom to, fight through it, get back to your feet, and get ready to, fight again. And that day, I was like, it was early. I wasn't in shape. He was in great shape. And he was on top of me, and I couldn't get out. And I was just like, all right, man, I can't get out. Just let me up. And he's like, oh, if you quit now, you'll be a quitter forever, or something like that. So I get up, And so now that's his claim to fame, and is the story that he's, going to use for this whole amplified up. Is that I held John Jones down. But holding me down doesn't injure me. It does absolutely nothing to me, but
that's it.
Makes
That's
me
the
happy
story.
to get up. It's not like he was ground and pounding me or choking me or twisting my arm. He was just like trying to hold me to the floor. So that's the only day of my whole career that and it's practice. It's not like you're not thinking this is going to be held against me one day. It's like we're training. I'm like, dude, we're training.
Oh God, you want to fight him tomorrow?
It's like you bench pressing. You're like, dude, give me a little spot, man. This is heavy. He's like, no, you quit now. Right. It's just like, are you serious? Like, dude, I'm gonna make him pay, bro.
So you would love to fight him tomorrow? You want to get
totally
this done?
Yeah, I could totally fight him.
And you got to wait to what? Is it April?
April 21st. Yeah, Atlanta, Georgia.
Can't wait.
Oh, 2 more months.
It's going to be a big one. We should go. That's going to be a big one.
Are you officially training for this?
Monday. I'll be back in New Mexico and start my full diet, start my new training camp. But I'm always training. Fighting is like a lifestyle, so I'm always watching.
So what
footage.
do you do? Just light training
At first, I'll start mainly on my nutrition and healthy sleep pattern, nutrition, and I like weightlifting and things like that.
So what do you do in between fights when you got a little downtime where you let it go a little bit?
Hang around and talk to you guys. A lot of PR stuff.
But I don't think you eat that shitty. You probably just.
What do you mean? Oh no, I don't eat that bad. No way. No,
you'll allow
I got
yourself
family and stuff. So I'm home and I eat 3 times a day, 4 times a day. Good healthy lifestyle.
I got shin splints walking over here fast from 47th Street. I was just hustling. I'm like, my shins.
Can I ask you?
Did you hear Rocky music playing in your head?
I don't think we've had any of you guys in since Brock Lesnar. Was he ready to go? and retire? You think?
You know, not to. I love what Brock did for our sport, right? He came in and you know, he was awesome marketing wise. You know, we had a lot of WWF fans now, you know, watching the UFC. So I have nothing but respect for him. But I never really looked at Brock as a warrior. You know, there's fighters and there's warriors, and I just never really looked at him as a real warrior. You know, so you know, to lose that fight like that, you got kicked in the stomach and you just, you know, turn over and shell up. It's just not respectable.
Did he get kicked where the? Because it looked to me like Overeem aimed right where the surgery might have happened. Like,
oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, he got kicked because he had that colon surgery. I'm like, God, fucking Overeem was brutal right there.
Yeah, well, that's where the liver's at. So usually a lot of fighters aim for the liver because it's one of the worst ways to be knocked out.
Don't worry about your liver; it wouldn't be affected.
Exactly, his leg would break if it hit your liver. He's an alcoholic.
Screw his liver.
Wait, so you can knock someone out by just punching him in the liver?
Oh yeah. It knocks the wind out of you.
Or a dog.
You instantly, you know, feel like you're going in like shock or something. But you can recover from it. Yeah. Oh, he made a whole career out of the liver shots.
A whole career out of the liver shot.
Left hook to the liver or knee to the liver. It's a painful way to be knocked out.
It paralyzes you. I mean, your legs just go numb, right?
Yeah, it paralyzes you. You know, you just you can't have clear thoughts. You know, you just feel like you're drowning. But you know, the way he turtled up, you know, it's a move where you can recover from it. You know, a lot of guys get knocked out because they get hit to the liver, which they're temporarily paralyzed, and then the guy attacks him with the secondary attacks, and that's what actually finishes the fight. But when Brock got hit, you know, he just kind of turtled up, and you know, I don't know, it just wasn't very honorable.
Knocked down by a body shot. Overeem hits hard though, man. I don't think Brock. He's been hit by some hard guys. I mean, Shane Carwin fucking hit like a truck. And he couldn't finish Brock. But Overeem was a frightening guy.
He had some nasty intentions.
Overeem made fucking movie bad guy faces after he won. With that cocky look at the camera. I'm like, that's what you do in a fucking movie.
Well, that's his Dutch overacting.
He's the demolition man.
I like all that though. I don't like the politeness after fights. I
love Overeem.
I'm gonna switch it up for you.
No, that's why we like you, man. There's an honesty with you. Before the fights, after the fights, I hate it's all like sportsmanship all the time.
Yeah.
I understand that's part of the sport already. I don't need to see it.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know what I mean?
I like it though. It depends on who the guys are. Like you and Rashad genuinely have issues.
Yeah, it's a real beef.
It's so weird though. You guys were friends. How does that happen?
How did the friendship end?
Well, you know, we were good buddies at one point, but basically, you know, I got a title shot, and I'm not sure if he actually thought that I would win the title shot, but he was all excited for me. He's like, you know, man, he came to my dinner. He's like, hey, man, you know, there's no one I'd rather she take my place. He had gotten injured, so I got his title shot. You know, than you, man, and, you know, I know you're going to do well, and I'm pulling for you, and this is great. You know, life's all about timing, you know, and it's just your time, so, you know, hats off for you and everything. So I'm like, oh, that's great. You know, I got his blessing to go out there and take the championship, and I went out there and I took the championship, and then right after I took the championship, he came up with this whole conspiracy that somehow I betray him and I betray his trust by taking a title shot. And it's like, dude, I'm a young man with a dream to be a world champion, and now I just got the opportunity, and I had you bless me with the opportunity, and now I'm this big traitor. So, you know, our team all stands by me. They, you know, the whole team knows him longer than they've known me, and I've lost no friends throughout the whole situation because they realize that I'm doing what I was meant to do. I'm doing, you know, I'm being a fighter, and they all respect it, and he's the only one who's really running around with a sore butt about the whole situation.
Oh, yeah, how do you not take that shot? You got to kind of take the shot at the title. It's like if someone offers you a title, you can't go no.
You'd step on my wife's face if that was the opportunity. Bobby!
I would step on your face.
My wife's face to get to.
I don't think Jimmy would do that.
I like your wife a lot.
Yeah.
You'll probably still feel better than you rolling over on her. Because you're heavy.
That's just mean Jimmy's back. Mean Jimmy.
But you set yourself up. He wasn't even thinking about your wife until you set yourself up.
I set myself up by walking in. Okay.
So she has sex with you, bro?
No, not really. Not really. It's me and her with two iPads.
That's what it is.
Her looking at pocketbooks in a sexual way. So do you think you'll be actually after the fight?
Changing the subject.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll get back to it. Don't worry. We haven't
Trust me.
forgotten.
Yeah, my fat swings about. Yeah, nice talking to you. Do you think you'll be friends with him after? Do you think you're going to make up with him after?
Yeah, I can see us developing a level of respect for each other.
That's
Definitely.
it, though? You won't be friends again? Like,
No need to be friends. You know, this is a big world with lots of beautiful people in it. And
there's something, there's something weird that happens, though, when you beat somebody up or you win.
Oh,
that
yeah.
there's something psychological that's like, look, dude, fuck it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you develop a respect for them.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're like, man, what a good butt whooping. You know, it's just every time, no matter, like you guys just saw Carlos Condit fight against Diaz. And instantly after the fight was over, they're hugging each other and laughing and talking. Me and Rampage, we're kissing each other and hugging each other as soon as we're done.
It's because Diaz was high. Like, hey,
he
man,
was like,
it's cool, dude.
I love you, man.
What did you think of the fight? Because Bobby got really mad because he thought that Condit kind of danced around Diaz. But I like the fact that was just like, he wasn't going to get beat up against the ring, and he just kept kicking him, and he won.
Yeah, it was methodical. It was kind of how I beat Rampage. It's you got a boxer versus a guy who's kickboxing, and Carlos Condit has the kickboxing. He has the better footwork, and he utilized a great game plan. If you talk to the guys the next day, you'll realize that Diaz was probably really sore, and Carlos probably wasn't. So he won the fight. It's not always that impressive, but he took very little damage, and he opposed his will, and he had no scars on his face after the fight. So hats off to him.
I think. Look, I like Condit, and I get that his game plan was good, and it's like when you go into fight, I know that you're gonna choke somebody out, you're gonna knock somebody out. It's gonna be be a fucking great fight. You even when you fought Rampage, you did your methodical game plan, but you also went in for the fucking kill and took That's what we're expecting you to do. So you expected Condit and Diaz just to kind of go at it, and then it's like you see him dancing around, just getting points, and you're like, come on, man, just.
I think to an extent he had to, though, because if he would have stayed in the pocket with such a great boxer, I think Diaz is probably the best boxer in the welterweight division. So if he would have stayed in the pocket with that guy and tried to and please impress everybody who's watching, it wouldn't have been best for him. He would have took a lot of damage. He could have possibly lost the fight, and he would have put himself out of his rhythm. Carlos having the longer limbs, he needs to create that distance to use his reach, and so he had to move a little bit more. I thought it was a great fight. People are asking for a rematch, so
they're asking for a rematch because it wasn't what it was billed out to be. Because you get hyped up watching the countdown. Someone's going home in a coffin, and then you see some dude running around. You're like, no, someone's fucking running a marathon, and you're like, come on.
You know what? You should get in there and show them.
That's what I tell them.
That's my point. Listen, this is my
shit talker.
What if I just I had all the stuff? Let's do this, Jones.
And you stepped on his foot and ended his MMA career.
Mean Jimmy, he's in the studio today.
Could you add funny though? Mean funny Jimmy. That's hilarious.
Mean Jimmy's funny.
I think Jimmy's jealous of you.
I am jealous of Bobby.
He's the fatter, funnier guy.
I love
Steve Martin?
I'll give you half of that.
Mean Jimmy. The big half.
What kind of? Yeah, sorry. What kind of? Because people are asking, what kind of reach height advantage you gonna have against Rashad? What are the numbers there?
You know what? I'm actually not sure. I'm not sure, but it's gonna be huge.
He's gonna have to jump to punch you in the face.
I think Rashad's 5'8". I'm 6'4".
He's 5'8".
I think he's 5'8".
He's a little fella.
I'm 5'8". So
stand
up. Stand up.
Oh my God!
I just got scared.
I'm about to hit him right now.
You should right in his chest. Right in his cocky chest.
Do you work on that look?
Everybody has a cocky chest.
It came
Did you?
natural.
You see that look he gave you?
Well, yeah.
And he doesn't work on
Yeah,
that.
did you see how quickly I looked away?
Yes, of course.
Oh God, yeah. You got a lot. You got height, and you got your reach is the.
I don't know. I think he was looking at my belt line. You guys supposed to look away completely when.
Right.
That's gonna be a weird looking fight.
What? Well, he's bigger than anybody.
But 5'8" to 6'4".
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at the reach difference here too. Assuming that assuming that it even adds up, just pop, pop, pop. Stay away, baby.
Yeah,
Holy
that's
shit!
what
You don't even get to his shoulder.
That's not going to be fun for
John
Rashad.
Jones has his fist on your chin.
Let's get back to earth, though. I mean,
it's Bobby.
Yeah,
It's Bob.
I mean, it's not. It's just not right to even compare Hamill and Rashad.
Bobby,
I think the last fight I got into was in a bathroom.
Bobby, what would your move?
I would say it's disrespectful to the Arab.
What would your move be if there was a real thing going on with you and?
If Jones was really, if Jones was,
what would your move be? Because we all would like at least try to survive.
Please
I'd be
tell
like
me
this. I'd be like,
do.
well, do you take 50s?
What would you do though? Really?
If he was going to fight me, I would just bow my head like the fucking the young lions do on the fucking National Geographic Channel.
Is that it?
I'd fucking bow my head and roll over my belly and fucking show him my balls. I'd sniff my asshole and I'd fucking let him walk away.
Animal Kingdom shit.
Yeah, dude. That's hilarious. Yeah, dude.
You got to take the masculine angle. You got to go like, dude, I don't want to do this, man. I don't want to get arrested. I don't want to go to jail.
Is that it?
Is that it?
Yeah.
He'd be like, you're not. You're going to a hospital. You're
That was actually really funny.
I wouldn't. If I had to fight, the only way I would fight a guy like John Jones is if I had to.
That's what I'm saying. If you had to, what would your
my first thing I would do?
What would you hope
I can just see him laying on his back though, like,
Exposing his soft white underbelly.
with my, I'd have those dots with little nipples.
But when you see animals do that, when you see animals do that, you always feel sad for the one that had to give in. You're like, oh, really?
like,
You didn't even try to fight?
That's all you got.
Yeah.
They just know.
Animals have no
right?
ego.
They
There's no
know.
ego.
No ego, that's what it is.
There's no ego, and trust me, if Bones Jones wanted to fight me, my ego, there'd be nothing.
Right.
It'd be out the window.
It's Johnny Bones on Twitter. Johnny
I
Bones.
feel like his little nipples will be lactating for some reason.
Well, they're not little.
Yeah, they
so.
would be like little razor blades, all hard and taut from being beaten.
Too far. Too far.
a little strange.
We're having
fun
fun
there,
reflection on
but
you. That's on him.
He went too far.
We're just having
Where
fun.
did that come
It got
from?
real for a
A
second
little
there.
too graphic there, wasn't it?
Yeah, a little
yeah.
bit. A little bit.
Lactating was
I
pretty
just
bad.
filled up a little bit.
You took it to a whole different level.
I did. I made it very real.
You realize everyone stopped laughing and just kind of looked at you.
That does come from a real place, you know?
Oh, Mars is in the studio. Mars had a question for Johnny Bones on Twitter.
What's up, Mars?
John Jones.
Do you have a shirt that fits?
He's a big UFC fan as well.
Yeah, I know.
He was telling us he wanted to ask you something.
What's up, Mars?
Damn.
Mars knows a lot about the sport.
Mars
He's
was
a little
also
nervous.
making faces when he was talking about Rashad.
What do you mean?
Mars was saying,
Rashad is not 5'8".
No?
He's not 5'8".
How tall is
He's
he?
about 5'11".
Oh, shit.
Oh, you're a Rashad
shit.
Evans fan, are you? Oh, that's what I'm getting out of this.
No, I'm not.
Watch your mouth, Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be correcting me, man.
By the way, Mars trains, so he's got a couple moves.
You coming in here correcting me and
Yeah, he does train, too.
He trains.
standing
so.
behind me. I feel uncomfortable.
I'm sorry, sir.
What you trying to do?
I'm just trying to get my money. My $5 for the magazine.
Oh yeah, he did hook me up with the new Fight magazine. Heard I made the cover and I hadn't seen it, so thank you.
And you really want $5?
No, man. Trying to kill some airtime.
He wasn't getting it.
I'm thinking, yeah, exactly. I'm thinking of
You're
what
getting
to
nervous.
ask Mr.
Yeah,
Jones
why are you
here.
in a character right now? What
Yeah, exactly.
You're like an 80s Mexican comic right now. No, man. Come on, S.A. The fuck is wrong with you, Marcus?
That's the version of him rolling on his back. He's showing his belly right now.
All right, after you go ahead and get the light heavyweight championship, because we know you are.
He has it.
He already has it.
Dude. Stupid.
Well,
Man, who's
after
next,
you
man?
continue, after you continue,
I thought you were a big fan.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
What are you
After
going to ask him after he beats
defending
Jones for the belt? All right, go ahead.
After you continue defending it.
What are you going to ask him when he's fighting Rampage?
No, he
Someone
did
else
that
already did that. Yeah.
Well, I made the mistake, but I knew it wasn't
I
the
know.
but I knew it wasn't.
Shut up.
Hold on, let me correct myself.
I know you respect Anderson Silva highly, but that we all know that is the fight of the future. What do you think about taking Anderson Silva?
Anderson,
The fight of the future.
Fight of the future.
and he predicts future now.
Excuse
Of
me.
the future?
Yeah.
I want to practice a front face kick.
Oh, they're killing him.
That's like a Twitter question.
I'm gonna answer it just 'cause I feel so bad.
We all know it's the fight of the future. Well,
It's
good observation, sir.
Yes.
He's good.
Fight of the future.
Technically, any fight that hasn't happened is.
The grand fight of the future.
Grand? Now it's grand.
Grand fight of the future. Nice.
Is it in a ballroom?
Really?
That's going to be the I mean, that's the best fight there is out there. I mean, think about it. Any other fight that you thought about, Brock Lesnar and
dribbling.
He kind of sounds like Rocky.
Yeah.
There's no one compared to that.
What about the Rashad
I'll
Evans fight?
I'll answer this question if you say, Adrian! Adrian!
What's the weight difference between you and Silva? 20 pounds, right? Is it 185 and 205?
Yeah.
No,
But,
it's
I mean,
not.
he walks around.
Yeah, it's more than that. Hey, why don't you tell him, Mars? Why don't you correct him?
Correct him.
I was standing back here minding my own business. It was
Hey, I
Sam
was
that-
standing back here minding my own business.
I was standing
Hey,
back here.
Sam.
Nice shirt, Holmes.
Hey, 2-1, 2-1.
Let's do this. Let's do this, Mars. You got a question?
I asked the question.
He asked the
so,
question.
It wasn't a good question.
It was not.
No, it was a statement with a question and a fucking horrible fight.
I don't even know where the question part
With
was.
a bad T-shirt.
Yeah, it really is awful.
Nah, Chuck, it's a traditional.
It's
Okay.
a
Yeah,
dragon. No,
exactly.
It's a dragon with a fucking hand grenade. Go
It's
fuck
terrible.
yourself.
He doesn't like your midget torso. That's what he doesn't like. I'm sorry, Mars. I didn't mean that.
Why are you guys so mean?
Because he used to.
It's a toxic environment.
They have no sex life. That's what it is.
Oh.
No, we'll talk.
Got him.
He used to be in shape, and he's not anymore.
Yeah.
And it bothers us.
Yeah.
Because he used to be the one guy that kept himself together.
Now you got to show his arms up like he's
Yeah.
holding suitcases.
Yeah.
Like he's holding suitcases. Is that it? That's hilarious.
Would you ever fight? Would you ever fight Silva?
Anderson. You know what? I think it's a fight that's kind of inevitable. You know, it's what the fans want to see. It'll be a big money fight for the UFC and me and Anderson. But you know, my job is just to fight whoever's next, whoever's in front of me. So there's a lot of work left in the light heavyweight division. You know, there's Rashad Evans and there's Dan Henderson. You know, Shogun, Lyoto. I'm sure they're gonna want to come back around and get their rematches.
Hendo really wants to fight you.
Oh yeah, that's what he's saying. You know, and, I mean, if that's how he feels, then come get it. You know, I can't imagine losing to a guy who's 40 in a combative sport. It's not like we're playing chess or golf. You know,
Wow.
So
That's
yeah,
crazy you
but
just said
Anderson.
that. He just said that about Dan Henderson.
Well,
I couldn't say that about Jimmy. So you don't think Dan's a problem?
That right hand?
no, I mean, the biggest thing about with fighting, you know, you gotta know what you're getting into.
Right.
So with Dan Henderson, you're getting into a fight with a guy who's he's a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's a wrestler first, and he has a huge overhand right and you know a left hook. So it's just like, you know, I take the sport so seriously, and there's thousands of kickboxing combinations, and there's thousands of takedowns, and there's just so many techniques out there, and to lose to someone who's, you know,
You saying he's predictable?
He's
Like,
predictable.
yeah.
You know, he has great wrestling, which is fading. You know, he got taken down by Shogun a lot, and Shogun has some of the worst wrestling in the light heavyweight division. So his wrestling is fading, and he has this big bomb that you have to watch out for. You know, you spend 3 months focusing on counters and slips to overhand right. Or a left hook, or his right uppercut, and then you go out there and win the fight. So it's just, you know, I've fought in guys who are way bigger of a puzzle and way younger.
Was Machida harder for you? Because he's so odd.
Yeah, Machida's quick, man. He can throw a left leg up, a right leg up.
Oh,
It
that's
could be,
right.
You know, he
Kick a
could
lot.
switch stances. You know, he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He has a nice clinch.
He's got karate.
You know, yeah, he has. You know, exactly. So I've lost sleep fighting some fighters, and Dan Henderson, with all due respect, you know, you just kind of know when you know, and I couldn't imagine losing to him.
Is there anybody that you're actually like, oh shit, this guy would be a problem if I when and if I have to fight this guy?
Are you going to say?
Well, you know, to be honest, this Rashad Evans fight could be an interesting fight. You know, he is a tough guy. You know, he's only lost one time, and you can't look past that.
And he won on the Ultimate Fighter as a heavyweight.
So and those fights aren't even added onto his record. So he's a winner. You know, there's some people are just winners. You know, like Tebow. You know, some people just figure out ways to win. And Rashad's one of them, and I'm one of them. So we're gonna figure out who wants it more.
Oh.
I think my ambition will take care of itself.
Hey, speaking of football, you got brothers in the NFL, I'm hearing?
Yeah.
I just learned that looking at Twitter just a second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my older brother is a Baltimore Raven. And my little brother's down at AP Sports in Miami, Florida, getting ready for this next combine.
Where's your brother playing the Ravens?
He's defensive end. Yep, number 97. He's a beast.
What a
He's just
family.
coming along.
Holy shit.
What a family. I
Yeah,
mean,
3 pros.
you got great genes in your family.
3 pros.
HGH, man, that's all it is. HGH. Joking.
Is there only 3 of you?
Yeah, there's 3 of us.
And all 3 are in professional sports. Wow.
But
So now my mom's like, oh, I need a new living room set. And I'm like, hang on, girl. Hang on. There's nothing wrong with this set right here. You know, like she's She's trying to, soak it all in now and get new everything.
Nice.
Like, it's not happening. No, not good for her. Like, girl, you better go out there and get a job. Like, work.
You're in upstate New York? You still live in upstate New York?
Yeah. I live in Ithaca, New York. Yep.
Right.
Really?
Love
You
it
picked
there.
Ithaca.
Yeah,
You're from
it's-
Rochester. I think you did. Did you do time in Binghamton too?
I've never done time, but
Not time like that, but
That was me. I actually did juvie time in Rochester.
Did you really?
In Rochester.
In Rochester, New York?
The worst juvie place I've ever been in.
Why do they ship you to Rochester?
I got arrested in Rochester. Spencerport, New York. I got arrested.
Going to juvie.
Now you can't get arrested anywhere.
Yeah. Mean Tony.
Yeah.
Mean Tony.
That is mean.
John Joe's from Rochester, so this should be good. Why Rochester the worst one?
Yeah, I don't know. It's because those fucking. I don't know,
kids.
dude. It's bad. And you'd think that it wouldn't be. The cops are awful, terrible. Because there's nothing going on, so when something happens, they want to shoot somebody. I stole a gumball machine. The guy had a shotgun to my head and cocked it. And he goes, if he moves, shoot him. I was like, dude, it's gum. Like, it was gum.
dude, I'm 14, bro.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, they don't fuck around up there. Yeah, they party in the woods and shit. Like, yeah, you spend all day cutting trees down, and I was scared, man. Fucking scared in Rochester.
They made you work?
No, well, and in that one, you have to count out like a number, and that's when I started praying to God in that one. I was like, please.
You never told this story.
Oh, yeah, dude. The Rochester Juvie was the last time I drank. That's the last time I had a drink was in that one, because that one scared the fuck
Whose
out
mule
of me.
was it out of?
It was this guy. He was a counselor with one arm. He had a baby arm, and he used to come in at night and just rub it on my head. The dead arm on my forehead and over my lips.
Take my strong hand.
Bobby was a problem. Bobby was a big problem growing up. Big.
Yeah,
man.
you know, criminals always start with gumball machines.
I was. Well, what are you gonna do? I just wanted gum, Jim.
What were we gonna do with the gum when you got it?
I chewed it. I was fucking shit faced.
Well, why did you need
I
all?
just wanted gum. It was there. I just took it
fair
off
enough.
and grabbed it and screwed. And I had a pocket full of nickels.
I can't tell if this is serious or not.
I know, right?
It's the worst criminal story ever.
I had a pocket full of nickels that I hid under a rock.
And they
This
really
would be a
had a
great story.
shotgun to your head?
Shotgun to my head.
Holy
I
fuck.
jumped the fence and I heard kid. He had a fucking shot. He goes, if he moves, shoot him. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Wow.
Yeah, they don't fuck around upstate
Classic.
New York, man.
Classic.
Take it downstairs in the basement of the pawn shop to meet Zed.
Zed's dead, baby.
That's why I moved to Ithaca.
And it's quiet up there. Really? You like quiet?
Quiet, peaceful. It's nice because, like most of the people that live there are really old. So it's like really calm and everybody knows what they're into and everybody has their own little lives. And then there's a college town too, there's Cornell University and Ithaca College. So, I can like live the responsible family man house, and family and kids and raising. And then if I want to get rowdy, I can go hang with my college friends. So it's like a perfect medium.
You have hot wings and beer and throw up in a parking lot.
Exactly. Bomber subs. Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's cold too, man. Jeez.
Cold, yeah, but I love it there. I love it.
I lived in
Beautiful
Western New York
nation.
for 10 years and no more. Those winters are brutal.
What part?
Well, Rochester for 3 and Buffalo for 3, and I went to college in Geneseo.
Nice.
So I know all about Western New York.
Oh yeah.
But the winters killed me, man. Horrible.
Yeah, it's awful. Up there is like, that's the way you drive by and you go, dude, I'd never live here. I could never. Look at that fucking house, dude. Could you imagine being there? It's just all quiet. There's no neighbors. You're like, fuck me.
That's us.
Although when I went to Geneseo, I decided to stay up there a couple summers when it got real quiet, and you know what? You get used to it. It's kind of cool.
I'd love to live up there now. Fly fishing up there? Oh, my God. Come on.
Don't fly fish.
You want to go?
No.
Come on.
Not with
Come
you.
on, man.
You don't want to be in a fucking.
It's not a code for fucking getting naked in the woods.
I just don't get arrested, bro. You might start stealing stuff.
Yeah, but if I start stealing stuff, you can chase me down and hold me for the cops.
That is true.
Well, what do you do up there then?
I just got a house, so right now I'm just doing like a lot of interior design stuff at the house and
Imagine the house.
Interior
you just got.
decorating.
yeah.
You know what you get for your money in Ithaca, New York?
Oh, God.
Can you imagine?
Oh, you're probably
you
the
get some nice
king.
stuff. You
You're
get
probably
some
like
nice stuff.
the guy in Roadhouse who just drives on both sides of the fucking highways with his Cadillac, the top down.
Bentley, but
I see.
You have a Bentley?
You actually,
Yes.
it's pretty badass too. You just
Oh,
had it,
yeah.
you
Yeah,
had it
2012.
fucking customed out, right?
yeah, it's sick, man. It's all the chrome on it is flat black now. now, and it's dirty. It's my red and black, my favorite colors.
Was that the thing you bought for yourself when you finally?
Yeah. Well,
big?
The house was
the house and the Bentley. Nice.
Yeah.
So what are you buying for your interior decorating? What are you buying? What is your taste?
Oh, all types of stuff, man. Like
The gayest question I've ever heard.
He just said interior decorating. Don't apply the John.
Fucking talk about it.
Why not?
I know, dude.
You don't want to get into it, you fucking you queen.
Hold on a second.
What do you do for the interior decorating? What is your taste?
I don't like the fact that John is siding with you when you really wanted to say that to him, but didn't have the guts. Don't mention interior decorating, but then I bring it up and you act like I'm the homo.
And I was going to start answering it too.
Have you picked out a duvet yet?
What's the matter? A couple of men talking about doilies. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm curious.
Doilies, that's grandma.
What's the matter? Don't forget to get the little soaps.
Get the little seashells in your bathroom.
I have some wonderful sconces you should look at, Mr. Bones.
That's hand towels.
Yeah, I'm curious as to what does John Jones like to buy? What does his house look like?
I guess the biggest there's a pretty sweet movie theater in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I guess that's like my pride of the whole.
That's so
place.
crazy that's like part of our life now. When you get money, that you actually build your own fucking theater. It's great. Like back in the day, you had to go to a theater.
So, Bobby, you got a movie theater now?
No, I got a fucking TV that I'm 2 feet away from.
Yeah, an iPad and a toilet.
No remote.
I would love a movie theater. Like Anthony has one of those.
Yeah,
fucking houses.
I love it. You know, it's like
Houses.
Well, no, I have one house, but it's that type of house where I could go in and I've set it up the way I like it.
Yeah,
that's it. Movie theater, bar downstairs. You know, that's all I really
I've been
need.
written forever now, and it's like. It was actually been hard for me to like spend all the money on the house, like of making it so nice, because it's like, you know, you just always feel as if you have to give it back one day. It's like, why am I investing in someone
I know,
else's property?
yeah. Believe me, there's panic that goes along with it.
Yeah,
but,
so like, it's really hard for me to even fathom, like, this is all mine now. And like you know, I can paint this wall any color I want, and I can, you know, tear down this wall completely. So it's been
cool.
fun. It's been what I've been doing since I fought last.
You getting endorsements?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that money will fucking add up fast.
Yeah.
Is that where the fighters make most of the? I mean, I know like you're the champion, so you make your money. You make a lot of money on the gate, and you know you're putting asses in seats. But do a lot of the fighters, is that where they make most of their money in the endorsements, wearing the the banner on the back and the stuff?
Yeah, it's safe to say, you know, some of the fighters, you know, some of the champions like St. Pierre and Anderson and myself, I think we would make most of our money through pay-per-views and things like that. But endorsements are huge too, you know. Not until, you know, this year, you know, I'll probably make more in fights than in endorsements, but endorsements has been carrying me for a while now. You know, like Bud Light and K-Swiss and all these companies have been taking great care of me, and it's great, you know. But as a fighter, there's just so many avenues of making money. You know, like you can do seminars and you can do autograph signings and you know, guest appearances and, you know, club appearances and you can open your own gym, and there's just so many different things, you know, movies and all types of stuff. So the fight games, it's expanding.
I had a second part to the endorsement question. It's not like other sports, though, the money, right? Not yet.
You know, I can't
there?
complain. I can't complain. I have two brothers in the NFL, and I make more than both of them.
Okay.
In endorsements.
So the money is coming in now.
Yeah, it comes in. You know, the UFC is the hottest thing right now.
Yeah.
You know, it's the fastest growing and it's hot, and all the companies are realizing it. You know, the Nikes and the Pepsis and Gatorades and.
So like it's only the sport that goes into other countries. I mean, except for like boxing. I mean, you fight in Dubai, you fight in England. I mean, they don't baseball, basketball, NFL don't reach that far.
Is that
international? You don't need money to fight. You know, you can grow up in Brazil. You can grow up in the slums. You can grow up in Malibu. You know, it's just a sport that, you know, it doesn't matter what race you are or where you're from. You can do it anywhere, and the world's catching on to it really fast.
I love that it's a worldwide sport. I love that.
Is that why they when, you know, the banner they have at the beginning of the fight?
Yeah.
He's announcing the fight.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the banner behind you.
Buffer's announcing the fight. They never show him, because I love when he fucking announces the fighters, because he just screams in your face. And he's yelling at you.
It's time.
Yeah, and they always just show the banner. Is that why? Because they have to show?
No, they don't. But I think most people would not be a creep about Bruce Buffer and
He doesn't pump you up.
Yeah.
You don't get fucking like when he's screaming in your
Yeah,
face.
Bob, just finish what you're saying. It's so hard to come when they go to the banners.
Let me tell you something.
you can put it on pause.
I will fucking
Slow mo.
The Bruce Buffer 360. Is one of my favorite things.
I got his number. You can.
I got his number too.
Okay.
He told me to say this.
Does he do private shows for you?
That's funny.
Bruce Buffer is
Speaking of
fucking
endorsements,
great. Come on.
We
You
like
don't think it's
Buffer,
great?
but geez,
No,
relax.
he's great, dude. He's classic, dude.
No, but
He's a ton of character.
when he announces the main event, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it gets me going.
He's because he yells at the fighters. It's
Yeah.
weird. You don't get to see that, but if you at the live event, he's literally yelling,
Oh,
yeah, man, he's screaming and yelling.
Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. Yeah, it gets you
And
going.
the emphasis on fighting too. Fighting. He's great. He's so much better than his brother. Like his brother was the guy for years.
Yeah.
Let's go rumbling.
Wait, they're brothers?
Yes.
Michael
No,
Buffer.
I thought he was his son.
He was
No.
he
They're
was
brothers.
He was his manager for years. He would book his gigs. Now Bruce is the motherfucker.
Yeah, I actually asked him recently. I said, which company is making more money? Because they trademarked these sayings. Michael Buffer, let's get ready to rumble.
Right.
And then Bruce Buffer was, it's time. And he said Michael Buffer with the let's get ready to rumble. Oh, it's a whole empire.
Boxing has had longevity.
Yeah,
But we're catching up.
Let
We'll
me tell you
catch up.
this. You know who works more?
Bruce. Oh yeah,
Oh.
I'm sure he's catching up to his brother.
And he's
Has to
way
be.
more exciting. I mean, let's get ready. That's one line. This motherfucker gets in his face in the red corner. John Bones.
That's not bad.
Bobby's losing his mind. Are you auditioning?
Oh, how great would I be?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
We're running out of time. We got to get Johnny out of here in a few minutes.
Yes, we have him.
I keep saying Johnny because it's Johnny Bones on Twitter. John Jones, of course.
Oh, it works.
UFC 3 Undisputed available today on Xbox and PS3. I think we got 5 copies we're going to give away today.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
We could do it now. We'll take 5 random callers for whatever.
Do we have
whatever
do
you
we
got,
actually have
Xbox,
the games or no?
PS3.
How are you guys gonna give them away? You got good questions or something?
You want to do something with it?
We can ask a few
We were
questions.
going to go
Yeah.
lazy.
No,
All right.
let's give it away. Do we have any here or no?
No.
You should
We'll mail them, though.
You should
Okay.
see how long it takes to tap Jimmy taps.
Oh,
1 second, 2 seconds, or 3 seconds.
We all know who would win
It's
that.
gonna be 1 second.
1 second.
That's it?
Yeah, I don't hold
My-
out.
my
I'm not
favorite-
testing myself. It's not a test of mono on mono. I'm just curious as to what it feels like to have a man crushing you.
All right, then. You said it, not me.
I know my limits. I know my limit. I would never take another leg kick again. That was fucking horrible.
I love that he gave it a little extra. Everyone else played by your rules, and John Jones kind of
The only one that didn't was-
looked at all of us before he went in and watched this.
Fedor, like when I did the neck, he choked me. And I was actually, I think, his last victory. I was.
terrible.
He had a couple losses after me. I was bad luck for him.
that's terrible.
And I love Fedor.
Do you understand? We interviewed Fedor and he doesn't even speak English.
How did that
weird!
work out?
It was the strangest thing, and we were hoping the translator was,
Does he have much character? I mean, he's pretty straight faced.
he's very stoic, and
Were you
every
guys
once in a while
nervous the
he'll
whole time?
smile. Yeah.
No.
Well, someone
it was
brought
a
up
little bit we were.
his drawings. He's a painter,
didn't
but
know
it's
that.
like Disney characters, and we were all
You're lying.
I swear to God, dude.
Not the Last Emperor.
Listen,
I'm
yeah.
not buying it.
Somebody brought up that he paints, so we looked it up on the internet, and it was like fucking cartoon. I don't know, it was cartoon characters, and we all. It's good, fucking fancy work. I love your brush
laughed?
strokes.
You didn't
no,
laugh in front of him, did you?
Nobody laughed.
Let me
We wanted to.
let me tell you what scared us the most about the Fedor thing was the people he would.
Or with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know they're
Yeah.
the real deal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They walked
There's
in with
about-
giant Russian Olympic winter jackets.
Yeah.
That they would just.
There was at least 8 of them, and it's just like you
Yeah.
knew not to.
Dude,
even
Fedor's scary,
fucking
bro.
Yeah, it was a
attempt
Russian
any-
entourage.
Yeah, he's scary, bro.
They were
You
trying to
realize
sell-
I'm not making any statements? I'm
No,
like, oh, really?
I think you. I thought he was invincible, but I really think that you would beat Fedor, and I thought he was absolutely invincible. And he fought. He was a very tough dude, but he's a little older now, and I think that you would beat him very
again,
See,
handily.
I'm that kid that grew up watching him, so
Sure.
he's still Fedor to
Sure.
me. So I'm just like, dude.
Would you be intimidated if you stepped in the ring with him, even if you wound up beating him?
I'd be a little nervous.
Would the idea of him actually connecting give you a little bit of pause?
Yeah, I mean, he's just a great fighter, man. He has a great judo game, great looping punches, great jiu-jitsu. You've seen him tap out all the time.
Yeah.
He can win the fight anyway. So where he's getting a little weak, my same theory with Chuck Liddell, where his chin is, not there anymore and he's not that same fighter. If he hits you, he still can get that same effect that he's used to getting when he hits people. So you got to respect that.
Didn't you see, though, he was starting, and I asked him this, too. Hopefully the translator gave it to him right, but it seemed like he was just relying on a big punch after a while. and not wrestling guys or not taking him down. It's like when he went after Verdum, he just got, whatever, it was a triangle choke that we put him on. It seemed like he was just kind of standing up and waiting for that big hand to connect, and he wasn't doing other stuff. I didn't know why.
No, I agree. Yeah, sometimes your creativity just starts to fade when you've been in the game so long.
You think you just kind of get sick of the routine? Can that happen too?
The routine of training and the fight game. A lot of older fighters, they don't get up for fights like the young guys do,
But guys are constantly evolving, too. I mean, guys are constantly getting better and better.
That's true, too.
So Verdum was better than last time, the last time we fought him. And these guys that fought in Pride aren't the same guys. And they were younger back then. He was older.
Right.
And they're a lot bigger, too. I mean, he fought guys that are way bigger than him.
Monsters, like literal giants.
Yeah, the Korean fucking giant. The guy fell on him, and you couldn't see him.
Most people, big boy.
I don't understand how you guys deal with like a frustrating loss. Like in our business, we have a shitty radio show. We know we got tomorrow to get right back on.
Another shitty show.
We have 5 in a row. You know what? Saturday's coming.
You know what? There might just be. But sooner than later, we're going to hit it out of the park again. You guys, you get a frustrating loss. You got to sit around for months before you could get back and go, look, that was a shitty loss, and I'm back now.
Yeah, that's what inspires me to work my butt off like I do.
Because you don't want that feeling.
Yeah, that feeling and just like being exposed. If you get knocked out or something, everybody will have that on their DVR forever. You with your eyes rolled back and your tongue hanging out and whatever. So that's what motivates me. I'm like, I cannot let this happen to me.
And then you got months
until you can redeem yourself. Months.
I don't know how you guys going to take a call? I got to piss so badly.
So do
I want to take a shot, but I want John to do the call. But I'm afraid if I take like a choke or something before I piss, I'll piss my pants. So I just want to go real quick.
And why wouldn't you want to do that?
Pee.
All right, I'll be right back.
Oh my
I gotta pee too.
God, that would be so great.
Oh man, wouldn't it?
Just give me the call button and
Nah, that's
I
cool.
want to take a bath.
Let's go to Jeff. Jeff, what's up?
I was just calling to get the UFC 3 for my son.
Yeah, but John Jones has decided you got to answer a question.
Bring it on.
All right, Jeff. Who did I fight at UFC 100?
Red Rum?
Red Rum?
That's what he said.
Next.
Oh, wow. Let's go to Gil.
Yeah.
Hey.
I just wanted to win a game. Is that the same question?
Yeah, dude, ask Siri.
Yeah, I know. You got time.
Who did I fight at UFC 100?
Just ask Siri. What do you got?
Is it another black dude, right?
Nope.
Are you crazy? You can get one of us killed in here.
You had about a 50-50 shot of getting that right.
Philly.
It was Frank Mir and what's his name?
Next. Sorry.
Now, I mean, we got Brandon. He has to know the answer. You had to Google it by now.
No, I didn't Google it, but it was Ryan Bader.
What?
Let's go to Matt. Matt.
Yo,
Hey, you got the answer?
Jake O'Brien.
Ooh, Glugo Plus. All right. You got it, man.
Hold on. So Matt gets a game on line 4. Whoever's paying attention back there for us, thank you. Gennaro, you're on with John Jones. Johnny Bones on Twitter.
Hey, Johnny, what's going on? I actually got a question for you.
What's up, man?
Are you kind of annoyed that you'll never get the chance to fight Matt Hamill because you were putting in work, and it kind of sucks that he retired. And, I wonder, does that bother you at all?
No, it's funny. My buddies was just asking me the same question like 2 days ago. It's like, dude, he won and then took off. But no, it doesn't bother me at all, dude. Matt's a guy who I respect a lot, and he's from Utica, and I'm from the Beamson area, so we both have mad respect for each other. I'm actually really happy for him. He's achieved so much with his life and the little handicap that he has, and so I'm just so happy for him.
Did you see the movie?
I haven't, but I want to see it.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Yeah. He has a movie.
Hopefully his victory over me will be the finale. Like, the movie goes off.
It's going to have to be because that was pretty much the pinnacle of his career.
Yeah, it was good. Good. It happens.
All downhill from there.
I'm happy for Hamill, though, dude. He's a good dude at the end of the day.
All right, so what kind of question do I got to answer?
Let's see.
I don't know, but you might want to have a friendlier attitude, sir. It's kind of a shitty attitude when you want a gift.
Yeah, stop trashing John's deaf friend.
Hey, what kind of question I got to ask? I don't know.
Yeah, that was the pinnacle of his deaf career.
You want to go plug the fucking game in for you?
Jesus
Ask
Christ.
a question.
All right, Eric. I hung up on him.
Yo, wow, you hung up on him. Oh, man.
Poor guy.
Sit next.
Sorry.
Hey, what's up?
Eric.
Crappy phone.
No.
Crappy
Brian.
phone.
What's up, Brian?
Hey,
Brian.
Yeah.
Hi.
pay attention, goddammit.
Yeah, ask a question to John Jones if you want to win a video game.
I just want to say I'm going to be at my first event in Atlanta when he fights in April.
Oh man, that's awesome, man. That's really cool.
So I'm excited to go down and see him.
No, I appreciate you coming, man. It should be
All
a
right, man.
good show.
All right, man. Good luck to you. All right.
Thanks, buddy.
Well, you want a video game?
I'd love one. Yeah.
Cool. That was real state. That wasn't a good question.
Hang on. Wait.
You can ask
I'm
him.
supposed to be asking the question.
No, yeah, he's supposed to ask the questions.
Oh, John is.
Yeah, he's asking questions.
Okay, okay.
Man, somebody get this man some coffee.
I was tinkling. I missed the whole thing.
And now Opie's tinkling. This is like a fucking elderly show.
I've been holding a piss for 40 minutes. I don't hold pisses for anybody.
All right, here's the question. Who did that fight at UFC 94?
Oh.
No.
What's happening out?
Next.
Just Google it. There's a fucking massive computer in your hand.
Exactly. You should just pretend. You should just kept talking while you Googled. Wait, oh wait, 94. That was, and that's when you're putting Google in. Stupid.
Just holds his phone up and you hear it in the Siri voice giving the answer. All right, at least try.
They're telling us we have to rap with John in a minute.
If we have to do it fast, then I can do the rest of them through Twitter. Because I actually just got the Xbox game sent to me, and I have PS3. So I'm looking to give away the video game for Xbox to somebody, to some lucky follower on Twitter.
Well, that means you're going to have to mail it yourself.
Yeah, that's no problem.
All right.
Oh, man.
Are we done with Matt?
Should we ask,
got back in here?
Should we give one more away?
Give one to Matt.
Yeah, give one to Matt because he's going to see him. And Matt, just hang on and give your information.
Yeah.
All right, line
Even
in.
though you blew it horribly.
All right.
You guys are sweet.
This was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was.
Great times.
Are you taking another move, Jimmy, or no?
I would like to if John would. I mean, but I would not request full strength. And don't break my arm. I'm shooting a special. I can't have a broken arm.
How about a double with Bobby?
That's
Some
just
double move.
What?
I'm sorry.
How about a double?
What kind of choke are you going to do?
Let's see here. I can give you the Machida choke.
Give me the Machida choke.
And
Is that the one you almost killed him with?
I didn't almost kill him.
All right, fair enough.
All right. So,
And what's the other move too? Because people have asked me different ones.
you want a different choke or what?
Yeah. What are you doing with that microphone, Mars? You're just waving it in a circle.
Yes, I am.
Casting a spell on us.
Let's see here. There's all types of chokes. There's, you got your traditional rear naked choke.
Rear naked. Have I done that?
No, you've done a rear naked, yeah. Okay.
I'll take the Machida choke.
Machida choke?
Yeah.
One Machida choke coming up.
By the way, I shouldn't have ordered it so casually. Because I've seen it. It's a fucking horrifying thing.
I'll take a number 2, please.
I'll tack very quickly on this one.
All right.
Can you do it? Because a lot of times the guys go in really quick, and I tap it. Could you go like a teeny bit slower? Just like
I'll ease it on you.
Yeah.
Is there some type of form he could sign just in case I seriously injure him?
No, please don't.
That's okay. All right. So big part of this move. It's like you need a wall. You need something behind the back. It's like one of the choking points.
Here I go. What do you need?
So,
me?
Bobby will be
can I
the
use this
wall.
wall here?
Oh, yeah.
Or the door?
Yeah, the door, the
no,
wall, doesn't matter.
Why do we need the wall? I don't like this.
Because it creates the pressure.
Oh, good. Here's the UFC gloves. I was going to ask John to sign before I was
Turn off those
paralyzed.
TVs.
All right.
You let me choke you out, I'll sign the gloves.
Oh, look at that.
Seem like a deal? All right. Here we go. All right, so
He's got me, John, standing in front of me, and he is dipping my head down like to his midsection, and he has one very large, strong hand under my neck and one very large, strong hand on top of my head.
hang on, let me get my zipper down.
I'm ready to offer him my desserts.
All right, you ready?
Okay, yeah.
All right, here we go.
How was that, Jimmy?
Wow. But he did it really slow. Thank you. He did it really slow. And for a second, I was like, oh, I can hang with this.
I should have kept
can
it
ya?
going. I should have.
No, I would have passed out. That
And then
was,
he went.
wow.
He makes those sounds like a fucking beaver that's in danger.
Oh man, no, that was fucking brutal.
Yeah.
But that's why I wanted to feel it slow. And you feel the pressure, and then it gets to a point.
It creeps up on you quick.
But it's once it's at that point, which is probably about a second into it, you're finished. And if you had just gone full strength, it wouldn't have taken that long.
Can you do a rear naked on me? I've never had a rear naked.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Can you get your arms around? All right.
What are we doing here? A rear naked?
Be ready to tap.
Okay. Are we ready to tap? Really?
A rear naked?
Hang on. All right, I'm going. I gotta take my gum out because I don't want to spit it on John. I'm getting mad after
you
he.
ready?
Hang on. Okay, go ahead. Let's go. Go.
Oh! Jesus! Oh, Bobby's down!
He's not out.
Get out of here, Bob.
You're not out.
You're right, Bobby.
You all right?
I did feel his neck popping a little bit, though.
John Jones is sick.
Oh, I love it.
Did you feel the crack something?
Was he tapping? I didn't know he was tapping. I don't know if he was tapping or his neck was popping.
Did you hear the crack?
Oh, yeah. So you need to go see your
Something
chiropractor.
went.
He adjusted you. He gave you an adjustment.
Hey, don't send me the chiropractor,
Oh
Bill.
shit!
You all right?
Oh. Oof. Wow, that was fucking. But that's disturbing.
You're
Let me tell
helpless.
you what happens. You fucking forget what to do.
Really?
Or you guys don't know what to do.
I felt.
Oh, I do. Tap.
It squeezes, and then I heard a crack. And I was like, "What's that?" And then I felt the lights going out, and I go, "Tap, Bobby, tap." The
lights are going out?
I started tapping.
Well, he was tapping it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not
The
letting
lights
this-
were going out, though?
Yeah, it just starts going like this, and your mouth starts.
But the thing is, you
It's
kept
getting
your arms
funny.
about your fucking waist like a dumbbell. I start with my hands up in tap position. You're Kenny Casual, just relaxed. Hey, maybe I'll peruse a magazine while he's choking me. Hands should be there, man.
Well, I'm not a professional choker.
Tapper, you mean?
But what's
Tapper
important, because
outer.
it's radio, the video will show that John Jones is like, fuck you tapping.
Put the
I'm
video
gonna have a
on
little
Twitter.
fun. Oh, it'll be up. Trust me, it will. The last one did amazing.
Oh,
the last one went everywhere.
Yeah, that Bobby one is going to
Because
be
you're tapping
really
like a
fucking funny.
motherfucker. John knows.
Yeah, I'm like, oh,
fuck that.
let it go.
You felt the.
At first, I didn't know if that was your neck popping or what. I was
My
like,
neck actually feels better.
Iraq's
Is it?
panicking that he's got to
You're
go.
welcome.
They're
Thank
getting,
you. Thank you.
they're getting rambunctious out
Yeah, you
there.
got other shows to do, I guess.
Can we ask you to sign a glove?
No.
We'll take a break. Listen, we love when you come in here. I mean,
I want to take
we
a
just
real light
fucking
punch.
love
I don't
it.
want to take a hard one, though.
Take it. Just
Would
take
you give
the
me
punch.
another?
Hold on.
Wait.
No.
Hold on.
No, hold on.
Just a light one. Just a light one.
Hold
Wait.
on.
Oh.
Hold on, I didn't get it on video. Hold on.
That's gonna fucking bruise.
It's not gonna bruise.
It's not gonna bruise. He's the light heavyweight champion. Stupid. Yeah, of course it's gonna bruise. Don't try to psych.
It didn't happen.
do this.
It didn't happen if
Don't
we don't
do
get it on
it, I
video.
can't
I
fucking.
All right, a punch from John Jones to Jim Norton.
That was a
Wow.
That was a hard one.
Thank God I'm a righty.
Holy shit.
That's why I gave him the left arm.
No
I'm like,
masturbating for you for a while.
no,
huh?
I'm a righty. My right arm is
Oh,
good.
you should-
Man, he aimed that one too. Like, let me get right. Bam. What does that look like? Is it?
I'll tell you what it feels like. It feels like a cartoon.
Oh, is it
The left
throbbing?
one.
Let me see.
Let me see. Oh God.
You're already bruised.
Oh, it's starting already. You see me pull away like a girl?
I can see like a fist print just starting to.
Wow. That he is.
Man.
Let me tell you something. That is some fucking. He's a goddamn man.
You want him again? I don't want to get hit again. I can't take it again.
Holy shit, it's bruising
Wow.
already.
Yeah, that's
What
great.
percent was that?
That was about a 70.
Oh
That was
man.
about 70.
Wow.
Yeah, I turned
What
it
did
up
that
a
feel
little
like
bit.
hitting? Like a bag of pudding?
No,
Like rice, really compact rice pudding.
Rice.
but he hit me.
A bag of maggots.
Jeez, they have to make it so humiliating. A bag of rice was nice, but maggots imply worminess.
He choked my fat body out and let me fall to the floor gently.
That was a good shot in the left arm, but I tightened up just so it wouldn't just hit the bone. That was fucking a good shot, man.
Wow. He really hit you.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you did. I wouldn't say I liked it, but
That was
thank you, John.
solid,
That
is
was
what that
fucking-
was.
We fucking love John
love
Jones.
John Jones, man.
All right, this is just getting weird.
We're all about John
we just want to
Jones.
get beaten up by John Jones. What's wrong with us? Thanks for coming. Could you
Someone's
hurt me
having a
again?
weird S&M club.
I know, right?
Hi, John. I've been very bad.
God.
What's the matter with me?
I think we sold a lot of games today.
Yes.
Hopefully, UFC 3 Undisputed available today on Xbox and PS3,
Yes.
and of course Johnny Bones on Twitter. Fuck, we love it.
Yes,
to
the
come
great
by.
John Jones.
Good times.
And I'm not even going to say good luck with Rashad Evans. We're all about John Jones in this fight. No
Yes.
good luck needed.
You guys should play Do the Stinky Leg. Do the Stinky Leg. It's Rashad's anthem.
Oh, really?
Is it?
How you doing there, Jimmy?
I'm okay, but I want to see it. It's going to bruise quickly.
Oh, it is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Get some ice on that thing.
I actually feel better. Like, I feel like
So
straight.
you feel better. Send him a bill. You gave him an adjustment.
No problem. Anytime. That's what I'm here for, guys.
Were you really passing out?
Yeah, well, I was still conscious. I didn't go up totally, but I couldn't hold myself up anymore because I'm so fat.
Next time we come in, we'll have to sign some waivers and we can have some real fun.
Oh, man.
No, I'll never do that again. I'll never do that again.
You'll never do that again?
No, that was
What
fucking-
scared you?
that reminded
Too
me
close
of,
to death?
He felt like
Yeah,
he was back in jail.
Yeah, his stepfather.
that reminded me of my youth. You know, you're late.
Oh, poor guy.
All right, John has to go. They're going to keep telling us.
yeah, they're going
They're
crazy.
now officially mad at us. So, all right,
The
whatever.
great John Jones. We love
Thank you, John Jones. Johnny Bones
you,
on
guys.
Twitter, everyone.
Thank you.
Sirius XM. The Opie and Anthony Show.
We haven't stopped laughing. That last 5 minutes of radio was just unbelievable. We got video that'll be all over the fucking place later today, but holy shit, was that funny. Bobby, in the video I took of Bobby, you're tapping like a motherfucker, and John Jones knows it. He's like, look, if we're making a video, we're going to make a fucking video, boys.
Yeah, he don't mess around.
And
dude.
then you fall to the floor, and he had to kind of make sure you weren't going to hit your head or anything.
Yeah, thank God he didn't Machida me. Yeah.
And then he macheated fucking Norton, and Bobby's got an amazing video of a close-up of Norton's face.
My throat hurts. My throat's really sore.
He cracked.
You guys got your asses.
Like I'm swallowing, and it hurts badly.
My neck. I heard cracking in my neck. I thought he was breaking my neck, and that's why I panicked. And then I forgot that I had to tap, and then I started tapping, and then I was losing. I couldn't tap hard enough because the light was going away.
Well, who made the point that, like, when Jimmy does this, he's ready to tap? He knows, okay.
Me.
Here's,
I made the point.
yeah, sorry.
I told him.
Sorry, yeah, Jimmy.
You, Bobby.
It's like, but
Yeah, you really have to be ready. I mean, like I just took a choke. You really have to be ready
It
to fucking
happened
tap.
so quickly.
how many more seconds did you have before you were out?
Not
Couple seconds?
He let go as he was letting me down. If he didn't do that,
You were getting the
I was
lights
going to wake
shut
up with
yeah.
a numb mouth and fucking drooling.
Now, you said you heard some crackling in your neck, Bobby.
Yeah, there's something wrong with my neck, and now the left nostril that I usually can't breathe out of I can smell.
Oh, you know
mint.
what? I'll tell you why he
You're
cleared your
smelling
sinuses.
mint.
Here's why he cleared your sinuses. It's adrenaline. It's like almost like if you get scared really quick, like if a car, like you step out of the street, a car bug, your body, adrenaline, when you're ready for battle, your body opens you up like that, and that's what that was. Your body sensed that you needed to breathe more.
Dr. Jim.
Yeah. But what happens is it'll take the sinus fluid and it'll push it back through your septum. And just for breathing purposes, there's a big Frankenstein next to me.
Either that or you're bleeding to death right now.
Yeah.
What do you want us to do?
Yeah, if I pass out and die, you take my phone and you fucking step on it, cut it in half, and then burn it. That's all I need you to do.
Okay.
I don't want my wife. Here's your husband's phone.
Who are these men he's been talking to?
She'll go, where's his phone? I just want his phone.
What does this file mean?
We don't know where his phone went. I'm sorry, Dawn. It might be in the Hudson River. I don't know. It might be like at scuba divers.
He's a fun guest, John Jones.
Love
man.
him. Fucking love him.
But I was saying, I like Rashad a lot, too. He was also a very fun guest and a very cool dude, man, a
Rashad's
funny guy.
great. And I'm telling you, Rashad is he's gonna be a problem. I think he's gonna be one of the toughest guys he fights. And he actually said it too. But he's gonna be one of the toughest guys he fights.
Yeah.
God damn, those guys are just men. What the fuck happened to me? My shitty genetics.
Real men.
You're funny.
Just a fucking man.
You're
Like
funny. That's why guys like that aren't normally.
I was
funny.
laughing. I was laughing at his hijinks.
He was. I don't mean John per se. I mean in general. You got the gift of being funny, and they get the gift of procreating and continuing the species. While you dance around in jester shoes, fat boy.
You're eating a banana right next to me, homo.
I know, Bob.
Bob, let him have his moment, please.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Nice moment. I try to add sometimes.
You were tagging.
I try to tag to the funny, and sometimes it doesn't work.
Let him have his moment.
I'm sorry.
Let Bob like.
And Jimmy, of course, taking a 70% punch.
Yeah.
From John Jones.
Yeah, that wasn't fucking fun. I got that on video too. You can actually you hear the sound after he punches like you're in the bleachers at a Yankees game.
That was a good punch.
Dude,
that was so fucking solid.
Quick. So quick and fast, and he hit Jimmy's face, and Jimmy's eyes go completely round.
He hit
you just knew too. It didn't make a smack sound. You know when you fucking tee up a golf ball and you drive it and it makes that perfect sound?
Thud.
That's what a punch is supposed to sound like. Not like a smack or a slap. It was a thud, like solid.
Yeah, he hit bone.
Oof.
He bruised bone.
Imagine getting that in the face. 70% punch like that.
I don't have the guts. I'll be afraid my jaw.
The guts? Are you kidding me?
Matt,
your jaw would be broken.
Could you imagine though getting that in the stomach?
That's how Houdini died. You know. We all know. We all know. Don't take a gut punch.
God damn! Imagine taking that in the fucking gut. Oh
no!
I have pretty good stomach muscles.
Hey, we got the sound of Jimmy being punched because we were all laughing so hard. I want to hear it now, and we got you being choked out. I got to hear these sounds again. Which one you got first, E-Rob?
The first one we'll do is Jimmy being choked.
All right.
Here we go.
Wow.
That's a good one.
Want to hear it again?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
It's a baby Chewbacca being born.
And you don't have Bobby being choked because he was more like losing his life.
No, I don't have that, but I have Jim being punched now, too.
Yeah, let's hear this. From John Jones to Jim Norton. Fuck that.
Oof.
How's your arm?
It's fine.
Just saying that?
No.
He hit you just right then, I guess, huh?
He hit me hard.
Right.
My arm was okay after Frankie Edgar, too, and Dare 2, it'll be very sore.
You're not going to be able to jerk off later.
I'm a righty, of course.
No, I'm talking about the other guy's cock.
The funny part is that he doesn't think I would suck it.
Jimmy's the recovering kid. Just put it in my mouth. I can't hold it. My arms hurt.
My arm is